Breaking news, Washington Commanders Nation. Commanders running back Austin Ekeler is officially done for the 2025 season. Now, I told y'all, I said, you know, we knew that this was going to happen, but this is official now. And we're going to talk about the impacts because this is huge. If you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button. Smash the like button if you're just joining. Hit the subscribe button as well. But this has a major impact on the Washington Commanders this year. And I talked about this the other day. I said, this is bad. This is not good that Austin Ekeler is out. And now we sit here. Austin Ekeler is done for the 2025 season. This dude was a huge part of what we did last year. So we got 5 people in here. Let's get up to 5 likes on the stream. Hit the like button. This is not good, Commanders fans. I mean, I think people are underestimating what Austin Ekeler could bring to the table this season and what he could have done for this squad. Dang, that's sad. On the bright side, JCM will get more carries, but that's really sad. And that's kind of how I feel. Like JCM's going to get more carries. He's going to, be more active in the offense, but we're not going to have Ekeler this year. Ekeler can be a pass blocker. Ekeler can be a run blocker. Ekeler can catch passes out of the backfield. There's just so many things that Austin Ekeler can do. And it's like when you lose that, you lose him. When you lose him, you lose all that stuff. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can block in any situation. You just lose a lot of the perks that Austin Ekeler brings. And so, with that said, I don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing it. Nobody wants this to happen, but MRI has confirmed that running back Austin Ekeler is done, and he suffered a torn Achilles. He's out for the season. He was a major part of what we did last year. I mean, Austin Ekeler was a huge part of what we did last year. Now that we don't even have B-Rob, who's it going to be? Is it going to be a 7th-round running back? Is it going to be a 7th-round rookie running back to do this for us? Are we going to rely on a 7th-round running back? Or are we going to sign someone? I mean, they could sign someone. I don't think they should, but they could sign someone. There's just a lot there's a lot that could go wrong with this. I mean, you have a 7th-round running back now, and I just don't know how confident I am in that. I mean, are you guys confident in that? Ian Rappaport then kind of quote tweeted his other tweet, and he said Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, known as Bill, now becomes the Commanders running back 1. So running back 1 is Bill now. And so it's a 7th-round rookie running back. That's our starting running back. So I'm not too confident in this. I don't know about you. I'm not too confident in this. I'm not. I just don't know how this is going to work out. I mean, they have to give Bill more carries than they did Thursday night. They gave Bill 4 carries on Thursday night. 4 carries on Thursday night. He's going to have to get a big, huge workload. He's going to have to get a huge workload going forward. So if you're just joining, make sure you hit the like button on the stream. Goal is 1 super chat for today. But yeah, Bill's going to have to be now the guy. He's going to have to be the guy in Washington. And so I'm not saying I don't trust Bill, but he's a 7th-round running back. And it's just hard to rely on 7th-round running backs. It is. It's hard to rely on him. It's just hard to rely on him. So we'll see how this goes. But it's not great news for the Washington Commanders on this early Saturday morning. Now, I mean, we already knew it was an Achilles coming into this. We did. We knew it was an Achilles, but now it is official. Now this news is official. Now it is official that Austin Ekeler is done for the 2025 season. Now it is official that Bill is going to be taking over the ship here in Washington. So if you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. But Austin Ekeler is done for the 2025 season. And we now have to set our sights on what Bill can do. What is Bill going to look like for this football team? What is Bill going to look like for our football team this year? I think we're now going to have to move C-Rod up because Austin Ekeler's not, they don't take up a roster spot anymore. They're just kind of gone. And by the way, this could be the end of Austin Ekeler's career. This could be the end of Austin Ekeler's career for good. So time for C-Rod to shine. I agree, David. Bring C-Rod up. And I thought they should have brought C-Rod up on Thursday night. I thought Thursday night that was the perfect game for C-Rod, but to get the run game going, because we couldn't get anything in the run game going. I thought that was C-Rod's chance to do that, like he did in the Falcons game last year and many other games last year, but the team did not want to put him they did not want to have him out there. So it is Chris Rodriguez time now. It is Bill time now. But Ian Rappaport did confirm that Bill is now the starting running back. And I'll put that up on the screen. We have Chris Rodriguez to help out JCM. Yeah. And honestly, I'm confident in that because I know that Chris Rodriguez can do most of the things that Bill can do. Again, if you're just joining, make sure you hit the like button. Let's get to 7 likes on the stream as we have 7 people in here. But Chris Rodriguez can do most of what B-Rob can do. So if we didn't have Chris Rodriguez, I'd be very upset and I'd be very questionable to how this room's going to look this year. But we have Chris Rodriguez Jr. And so that's what's giving me confidence moving into this season, moving forward. So I'll put this up on the screen. Ian Rappaport confirms Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt is the running back this year. Listen, Thursday night, you give him 4 carries, and that's what happens. If the team gives him more carries, I believe Bill can be really good, really effective this year, and I believe we got our guy. Our guy. If we don't have our guy, if Bill somehow doesn't work out this year, well, then we have Chris Rodriguez to turn to. So, again, this isn't the worst thing in the world, but it is concerning to not have Austin Ekeler, and I've already given you his perks, Austin Ekeler, he does a lot of things well. He does block well. He does catch the ball out of the backfield. He is physical. So that's really the only thing that we're kind of missing in this is he's just, he's a really good at a lot of different things. He can block well. He can catch out of the backfield. He can do a lot of things that, Chris Rodriguez can't do. He's good on special teams. He can do a lot of different things. And so that's why we would love to have Ekeler out there, but this is going to open up opportunities for new guys. Now, one of the questions that people have had on social media, they said, will Donovan Edwards be moved up? I don't believe that yet. They're not going to move up Donovan Edwards yet, but if this running back room struggles without Ekeler, they might try Donovan Edwards. They might try him, but for right now, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. I just don't see the team doing that. So, but that's good. I mean, that's good thinking, right? They could, you think they could do that. Donovan Edwards, though, we have him on the practice squad for a reason. If the team does bad, if the team running back room does bad, then they could decide to call up Edwards, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think they'll move up Edwards. Yeah, I don't think so either. But right now, it's Bill season. Goal is 1 super chat, y'all. So any of y'all in here, goal is 1 super chat. That's all I'm looking for today. Call B-Rob's number. Oh, wait, we can't. He's gone. And see, I'm not going to sit here and act like that's a big deal. Like B-Rob, I think Chris Rodriguez can do a lot of the things that B-Rob can do. I do. I think, C-Rod can do a lot of the things that B-Rob can do. And so I'm not too worried at this point. We have some solid veterans in this room. We have guys that have done it before. So I'm not that worried anymore. Okay. I'm not that worried anymore. But how are y'all feeling that Ekeler is officially out for the 2025 season? It's not good news, but this is what comes with, in the offseason. The team didn't practice in pads much in the offseason. So this is what comes with that. This is the effects of that. Okay. But I'm pretty confident. I know that we're going to be fine. Okay. We're going to be fine. We have Ekeler, or we have C-Rod. We have guys that can get it done. If you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button on the stream. Hit the like button if you have not done so yet. Hit the subscribe button as well. And then make sure you get me 1 super chat today. Goal is 1 super chat today. We have Donovan Edwards on the practice squad. I think we're fine. Yeah, Donovan Edwards is on the practice squad. We can always call him up if we need him. But for right now, you're just looking, and we have C-Rod. C-Rod can do most of the things B-Rob did, okay? We have Bill, who seems like a really solid running back. He runs as hard as possible every single run. He's now your starting running back per Ian Rappaport. We have guys. We have Jeremy McNichols, okay? Jeremy McNichols is going to play a vital role in Austin Ekeler being gone because Jeremy McNichols can block. Austin Ekeler, one of the things that he did really well, he blocked really well. Jeremy McNichols can block. He can take that kind of the role of what Ekeler had in the blocking game. So I'm confident in C-Rod and JCM. Yeah, I am too. And I think they bring to the table, they offer everything that Ekeler offers, we have in the room still. We still have in the room. So again, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident in this. But we definitely don't like to see Ekeler going out for the year. He's been productive. This could have very well been the last game of Austin Ekeler's career. Very well could have been the last game of Austin Ekeler's career. So keep an eye on it because he's done for the season. He tore his Achilles. Washington anticipated and feared after, he suffered the injury Thursday. Tough blow for Ekeler. Tough blow for Ekeler. He's done for the season. John Keim wrote an article about this. We're going to dive into this in a second. But our running back room was suspect to start the season anyway. Who are we kidding? I don't think we're in trouble, dude. I think we have veterans in here that can get it done. Okay, I do. I don't think we're in trouble. I think we have guys that can get it done in here. So I'm not that worried. So John Keim, so Austin Ekeler, though, he did say, thank you all for all the love and well wishes. I appreciate you all. That's what Austin Ekeler said today. Austin Ekeler did say this will be significant. Washington coach Dan Quinn said after the game, he provides a lot of unique things for us. So I think Dan Quinn's right about that. He does provide a lot of unique things. I hope he can come back next year, but I could see him having to retire after this season since he's getting pretty old. And who's going to go and sign a guy that just tore his Achilles and he's already old? But again, if you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button if you're just joining. Goal is 1 super chat today. We're trying to get to that. We're good at running back. Next man up, Bill, Cord, D. Edwards. Yeah, you're right. And so we have a lot of guys that we can call up if we need them. We're fine. All right, we're fine. Ekeler had 367 yards and had 366 yards receiving. Ekeler needs to retire now, and he very well could. We could get the report tomorrow, the day after, that Austin Ekeler has retired. And it's sad. I don't want to see Austin Ekeler retire, but we could very well get that report soon. And so very well could get that report soon. I hope he doesn't retire, though. I hope he gets a shot somewhere else. Only reason I see someone signing him after this is to sit behind a young running back to mentor them. That's smart thinking. But he's how old is he? So let me see. So let me look up Austin Ekeler's age here because I can't remember. He's 30 years old. I mean, he tore his Achilles. He's 30 years old. Nobody's going to go out there and waste money on him. I don't think Adam Peters is going to re-sign him next year, but it sucks. It does. Achilles injuries suck, and it's most likely going to take him out of a career. And he was productive with the Chargers. He did good with the Chargers, but unfortunately for Austin Ekeler, the thing that he could not get over in his NFL career is those injuries. But again, if you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button. Goal is 1 super chat today. We're trying to reach 1 super chat today. Let's see. He had 2 concussions. Yeah, I mean, he had 2 concussions. He tore his Achilles just recently. Injuries have just plagued him, and they just have not been good to him. And that's sometimes that's the way it goes for some guys. And so it sucks, but it's the way it is, right? That's the way it goes. And so he's going to have to bounce back, get back from it. And I believe Austin Ekeler will possibly get another chance in the league. I hope. But Austin Ekeler, again, he said, thank you for all the love and well wishes. He said, I appreciate you all. Torn Achilles, MRI came back today. That's why everyone's reporting on it today. But how are we feeling? How are we feeling that Ekeler's out? Who's going to take over and be the guy for us, right? I believe it's Bill, as Ian Rappaport said. This is the opportunity for Bill. Let's give him the ball, 20 carries plus. He might be that type of running back, right? I think it's going to be Bill. It's going to be Bill. It's going to be C-Rod. And, those are going to be your leaders now. You don't really have anyone else. So those are going to be the leaders right now. And they're just going to have to go out there and play, try their best. We do have I said Ekeler can block. We do have another blocking running back in the room, and that is going to be Jeremy McNichols. And we signed him to a 2-year deal. So we're not in the worst situation ever with this, but it still sucks to see Ekeler go out. So if you have not hit the like button and you're in here, go ahead and hit the like button on the stream. For why are half my fans in fantasy getting injured? You mean your players? Yeah, I mean, I didn't have Ekeler on my roster, and I'm glad I didn't decide to put him on my roster. But yeah, that's just what happens. But we got 20 people in here. Let's get up to 20 likes on the stream. Everybody hit the like button. Goal is 1 super chat today. We're trying to reach 1 super chat today. That's it, y'all. Hit the subscribe button if you're in here and you're not subscribed yet. But Austin Ekeler is officially done for the 2025 NFL season. Bill is now your starter. Bill about to show the world he better than the Raiders running back 100 yards game incoming. I hope, man. Rookie of the week, Bill. Rookie of the week, Bill. Y'all remember that. Yo, what's up, Carter? Could we trade for Brees or another player at the trade deadline? I don't think so. I think if there's any move coming for the Commanders, I think it's probably just signing someone. But that's a good question, Connor. Appreciate you, man. I don't think there's any trade coming. Okay, I think they're confident in the guys, and they've already kind of made the trade with B-Rob that they want to make. So, no, I don't believe so, but it's good thinking, right? Half running backs in fantasy getting injured. Yeah, you're right. Luke leads the team in yards per target. Nah, it's crazy. Luke is not just don't even get me started on Luke, y'all. Don't even get me started on Luke. But anyways, yeah. It was a very injury-plagued game on Thursday. It was a very lot of injuries took place. I could see him getting over 100 yards against the Raiders. I hope. But if anyone has not hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button on the stream. I got to sign in Clowney. I hope. I think with Dietrich Wise out now, and I made a video about this yesterday. I said sign Clowney. I would love to sign Clowney. He's a dog. He was just in Dallas. He had a meeting with the Dallas Cowboys the other day. Give Luke a chance. I have. He was picked in the third round. I have given him a chance. He needs to show up. So, but hopefully he does show up eventually. And I'll try to give Luke a chance. Okay. They need to ban Thursday night games. 4 days is enough. Is not enough rest. I mean, it's good entertainment for your fans, but it's, I guess it isn't enough rest, but I don't know. Thursday night games are so stupid. I think they should do Friday night games. I think if the NFL, I think they should do Friday night games. And I'm not trying to make excuses for the loss on Thursday. That's not why. I truly do believe they should do Friday games, but we'll see. We'll see what they decide to do. They might switch it or not. Yeah, it's good entertainment. It is bad for the players. I definitely agree. Now the Commanders are going to wait till Monday to get things going. So we'll see. Can Washington run counter gap with Bill? Sure. They can do a lot of things with Bill. That's the reason I like Bill. They can do a lot of different things with Bill. Health, yeah. The only silver lining to this is that Bill and C-Rod get more touches. And I felt like on Thursday night's game, I felt like last year, remember the Falcons game, C-Rod got it going. A lot of games last year, C-Rod was able to get the run game going. I felt like on Thursday night, that was the game that C-Rod could have gotten something going. That was the game that C-Rod could have came in, shown up, and got something going. That's what I felt like. But maybe he wouldn't have. But I just felt like if C-Rod was active, he could have gotten something going, and he could have came out there and just did really well and could have done really well. So I thought that was kind of a game where he could have done that. But, maybe not. Maybe he wouldn't have gotten anything going. That was just my speculation. I felt like C-Rod could get something going on Thursday. But I am confident in C-Rod. C-Rod can do almost everything B-Rob could do. So we have C-Rod. Bill is more explosive, has better vision, has better cuts than B-Rob. So at the end of the day, the only silver lining is Bill and C-Rod getting more touches. Appreciate you for that comment. Goal is 1 super chat today. If any of you can send a super chat, that would be greatly appreciated. Any of you can send a super chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. Trying to reach like a $5 one, and we'll be out for the day. If not, that's okay though. But we're just breaking the news here that Austin Ekeler is done for the 2025 season. He's been our running back one the past few games, and I didn't even like how many carries they gave Ekeler. Like I did not like as many carries that they gave Ekeler. I don't know why they gave him so many carries. You know the the last two games. Like I guess because they felt like he was the veteran in the room, he could lead the room. But I don't know why they gave him so many carries because I truly didn't like him getting that much carries. But I hope Cliff's play calling gets better next week. There's no reason to give a 30-year-old running back that many carries so late in the game. I agree. And that's one of the reasons he got hurt. I agree. I thought Bill only got 4 carries on Thursday night. I thought he should have gotten way more carries, but maybe Cliff is not, so confident in Bill. I feel like Cliff might not be as confident as we are in Bill. So, we'll see. Get healthier, Mr. Clean. Hey, that's what he looks like, bro. Yeah, but get healthy, man. Please don't retire. Hopefully, he has another shot in the league. I don't necessarily want him to sign with the Commanders next year. But if Adam Peters makes that move, I'm not, mad at him. But I don't want him to sign with the Commanders next year. I want to make that very clear. I don't think he's going to have very much to offer coming forward. But anytime we handed it off to him in the game on Thursday, it just wasn't very good. It just wasn't very good. So we'll see where he goes from here, but it was not pretty on Thursday night for the Commanders and their injuries, and Austin Ekeler was one of those bad injuries. So it sucks to see this happen, but we sit, and now what it means for Washington, it could be a lot of different things. It could be a lot of different things. Why trade B-Rob? Austin was going to be our running back one. I think their plan all along is to have Bill as the running back one. So I could see the Chargers sign him to a cheap deal so he can just retire a Charger. I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe, but I don't think they would do that. I don't know though. I don't know. But this is definitely bad news for Washington, and I think it means a lot for Washington. I mean, this is bad. This is a horrible start to the 2025 season for the Commanders. They're 1-1. They lost Ekeler. They lost a bunch of guys on Thursday night. Would Mariota have been more accurate against Green Bay? Probably not. I mean, I think there is speculation from fans that, Jaden Daniels is dealing with a wrist injury. And so he could have, that wrist injury could have been affecting him. People have speculated on that. But I think, I don't think so. I think they're both kind of the same. They're both good runners, but I think Jaden's more accurate. But he is a veteran. He does know how to throw, right? He does know how to throw. He knows how to put the ball in the right places. But again, I just don't think he would have been more accurate. I think it was a tough defense to play. Like, if you were to throw Mariota out there against that defense, I mean, are you? I don't know. I thought Mariota might have a worse game. But smash the like button if you're just joining the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you're in here and you're not subscribed. Goal is 1 super chat for today. We're trying to reach 1 super chat for today, preferably $5 or something of that nature. We're trying to reach one of those today, just so we can hit that goal. Appreciate y'all for joining me. Mariota would have thrown 3 picks. Yeah, I mean, I think that he would have definitely had a worse game. He definitely would have had a worse game. But I think Jaden Daniels, I think he might be dealing with a wrist injury or something, some kind of injury, because he got an MRI yesterday. Like, his throws the first few weeks of the season have not been JD5 type throws. They haven't. His throws have not been JD5 type throws. So it is interesting to look into that. He hasn't been the exact same as always. So I don't know. I don't know, but it just hasn't been the same JD5. So we'll see. But this stream is about Austin Ekeler and what this means for the Commanders. If you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button on the stream. I love you, Ek. Please just retire. I don't know. I mean, we'll probably get the notification tomorrow or a day after, that, he will end up retiring, sadly. I always said he looks like wrestler Rico Chet. Prayers up to him. He definitely has a weird look to him. He does, Mr. Clean. You know, you could call him a lot of things. You could call him that or Mr. Clean. You could call him a lot of things. This ain't the same JD5. He'll be back. I don't think it's a sophomore slump. BJ, I don't think it's a sophomore slump. I don't. I think it's going to take the team a little while to get rolling, and I think once we get rolling, we'll be fine. I do. So, I think once we get rolling, it'll be fine. Ekeler creates a vacancy. Who do you want? Let's test. So this week against the Raiders, and we're lucky it's an easy. The Raiders are kind of an easier team to play. So let's give it a week. Let's test our running backs. Let's test Bill. Let's test C-Rod. Let's test McNichols. See how they do. If they look really good, then keep them. But if not, you're gonna have to go on the search for guys. No to the sophomore slump. Season over. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, you're trolling. Good. Because the season's not over, y'all. Season's not over. Remember last year, the Eagles, they were like, they started off ugly. That's what I can say. And everybody was like, they were trashing Sirianni, saying Sirianni should be fired, and they won the Super Bowl. So I think he's just dealing with injuries. Yeah, I do too. But we did lose like 4 games in a row last year, so let's relax for now. We will. We are relaxed. Don't have to bring up a running back for vacancy. I mean, you're not going to bring up Donovan Edwards yet, so we'll see what the running back. Again, we'll see what this running back room looks like. We'll see what they look like for right now. Again, if they look terrible, then we're gonna have to do something. But I think they'll be fine because again, I think C-Rod can do a lot of things well, and I think that we have a pretty solid running back room still. So we'll see what ends up happening, though. We'll see what ends up happening. I just hope that we stay composed. We don't let this loss kill us. We don't let these injuries, these Wise and Ekeler injuries, kill us. All right, that's what I hope. Cliff's just getting those bad play calls out of the way early this season. We'll bounce back. Yeah, there was a few bad play calls, but either way, we're going to bounce back. We'll be fine. Let's relax and chill. If you're in here and you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. The goal is only one super chat today. Preferably a 5-piece. The goal is one super chat today, but make sure I'll smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're in here and you're not subscribed. We just got the breaking news that Austin Ekeler is out for the season. So we did just get the breaking news. Austin Ekeler is out for the season. C-Rod will be fine. Yeah, I agree. I think C-Rod will be fine. I think C-Rod's going to provide a spark. I think C-Rod can do a lot of the things that B-Rob did. I do. I think C-Rod does a lot of the things that B-Rob can do. So I'm happy and I'm fine with this. I think that we will be fine as a unit. Connor writes, if the Eagles lose, Giants beat the Cowboys, I'll feel better. The Eagles play the Chiefs. The Eagles play the Chiefs. Do you really see the Chiefs starting 0-2? Do you really see the Chiefs starting 0-2? I don't. I don't see the Chiefs starting 0-2. So if they go out there and beat the Eagles, I'll feel a lot better about what took place Thursday. Again, we played a hard, good playoff team. And so it's what it is. It's fine. We played a hard, good playoff team. We played them hard. We only lost by 9. It's not a huge deal what took place on Thursday night. Okay, it's not. We're 1-1. It's bounce back week next week. And we just have to bounce back. Right? And we get a win against the Raiders and we'll be 2-1. If we win against the Raiders, we'll be 2-1. Falcons get a win. We're 3-1. So there's just a lot of factors that, are really solid for this team. There's a lot of things going well for this team. I believe AP trades for Kenneth Walker because of Ekeler loss. Not right now. I don't think so, but we'll see. I mean, I just don't think that he's going to trade for anyone. I think not even at the trade deadline. I don't think they're going to make any type of move. I don't think so. But we'll see. Maybe they're more aggressive for running back than we think. I think they have confidence in Bill. I think they have confidence in C-Rod. So I don't think they trade for Kenneth Walker. I don't see the Chiefs starting 0-2, and it's a revenge game for them after last year's Super Bowl. Exactly. There's a lot of factors. There is a lot of factors that go into this. But smash the like button if you're just joining. Hit the subscribe button as well. Again, I don't see the Chiefs starting 0-2. Bro, why aren't you watching football? I do. I have the Oregon game. I have the Oregon and Northwestern game turned on literally right in front of my eyes. Oregon, Northwestern. I am watching football. So, but I do have to get this news out to, the fans that Ekeler's done for the season. If Washington was only as 3-6 at the trade deadline, TM will be traded. I'm not even going to answer that. Should be a bit concerned about Terry McLaurin. Should we? I mean, he normally starts slow. Like, T-Mac usually starts slow. So I'm not really going to be concerned about Terry McLaurin just yet. I'm not going to get concerned about Terry McLaurin. I don't think it's a huge deal. I think that he's going to bounce back. And I think against the Raiders, I think he'll have, one of those big games, like 2 touchdowns. So we'll see, though. Dude, I'm so pissed that tomorrow with the Cowboys are on instead of the Steelers. Oh yeah. Oh man. Just root on the Commanders. You can watch every game. You can watch every game if you root on the Commanders. If you live in the area. So, and you do. So, you can root on the Commanders. But 27-18 loss was brutal yesterday. Ekeler's done for the season. Big breaking news off the early on a Saturday morning. Now it is the afternoon, but it's broke in the morning. I'm not concerned about Terry McLaurin right now. He has a bit of history starting slow. I agree. Again, I agree. But he's a $30 million wide receiver. So with that said, as a $30 million wide receiver, you have to go out there and produce. So Terry McLaurin has to get it going soon. He has to get it going week 3 against the Raiders. If he doesn't do anything against the Raiders next week, then I'll start to be a little bit worried. But for right now, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not. Okay, I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I think we're fine with Terry McLaurin. I think the biggest news right now is, again, the Ekeler tearing his ACL, right? The Achilles injury. I think that's the biggest news right now. Goal is 1 super chat for today. Any of you in here, goal is 1 super chat for today. We're trying to reach that. Also, smash the like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button on the channel if you're not subscribed. Also, I hope we stop throwing to Noah Brown every freaking play. He had a big drop on Thursday night. I thought Noah had a big drop on Thursday night. It was just not good. Yeah, he was one of the most targeted wide receivers last year. I thought we should have signed Kendrick Bourne. I thought Kendrick Bourne would have kind of been an answer to some things that we're having trouble with. But no, they don't want to sign Kendrick Bourne. So, I would have signed Kendrick Bourne because Noah Brown, the thing about Noah Brown is the only thing in our wide receiver room, is the only one in our wide receiver room with size. Noah Brown's the only one that has size in our wide receiver room. So we need someone else with size. And Noah Brown is so unreliable. He gets hurt every year. And he's already hurt this year. So he might not even play next Sunday. He might not. He might not play next Sunday. He might not play next Sunday. I don't like Noah Brown. I don't like Noah Brown. Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, I'm not impressed with him. Stay healthy and maybe I'll like you. If you stay healthy, I'll like you. And that's no shade, right? That's no shade towards him. We need him to be reliable. We need him to be reliable. So, I hope that he can stay healthy. I hope he's fine, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I don't know. You can never rely on 85. Never rely on 85 because he never comes through. He's never healthy. Noah Brown gets hurt every year, and even last year he had quite a few big drops. He did, and he was the most targeted wide receiver last year. And he still had those drops. So it was not good. Was not good. Dan Lanning, Coach of the Year, I hope. I believe Zach Ertz has double-digit touchdowns this year. He's had 2 touchdowns in the first 2 games of the season, so it's very possible that he does that. Again, I think he's Jaden Daniels' number 1 target. Like, when it comes to being clutch, when Jaden has to make a play, that's who he's throwing to. He's throwing to Austin Ekeler. So, there's a very good chance that Zach Ertz does get, multiple touchdowns this year. I think I just said Ekeler. I don't know why. Yeah, Zach Ertz is the reliable guy for Jaden Daniels. He's always there in the clutch moments. So I love Zach. And Zach is 34 years old and he's still doing this. So yeah, Zach Ertz is a dog, man. He is a dog. He's very good. Love what he's been able to do. Love what he's been able to do. So hopefully he can do that this year because we're gonna need him this year. We're gonna need him this year. For sure. So I love Zach Ertz. He's always reliable and clutch when you need him. I mean, there was a countless number of games last year where he was the guy that Jaden went to. He was the guy that Jaden relied upon. And he's 34 years old. He's a great dude. He said Jaden Daniels makes him want to continue to play football. I love Zach Ertz, to be quite honest with you. I love Zach Ertz. I think he's a very valuable asset to our football team. I do. So we'll see what his stats look like this year. If you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button if you're in here and you're not subscribed. Super chat goal is 1 super chat today. That's all we need for today is 1 super chat. That's what we're trying to hit today. So appreciate y'all for joining me. Austin Ekeler is out for the remainder of the 2025 season. Give me your thoughts and your takes on this. What do you guys think? What is the biggest, what's the biggest thing that Austin Ekeler brought to this team that we are now losing by not having Ekeler out here? What do you think is the biggest thing that we have lost? What do y'all think about the Austin Ekeler news today? It's definitely very sad. It sucks. His career may be over. He might have to retire. Like he might have to retire. So with that said, we'll see if he does retire, but I hope he doesn't. I hope he does not retire. I hope he stays, and I hope that he continues to grind it out because he's dealt with a lot of injuries. I will miss Ekeler. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We lost a good receiving running back. We did. He's a great receiving running back. He's again, that's one of the best things that he could do for this football team is be a receiving running back. Be that guy that showed up and was able to catch the ball out of the backfield. A lot of the times, and they tried it in the first 2 games of the season. Jaden would snap the ball. He would throw a screen out to Ekeler. Just look out there. Eckler's there. You dump it off, and he's a good yards after catch guy. But we lose that now. Ekeler was going to be good in space for us this year. I agree. I definitely agree. That's what I kind of just said. I think he was too. If you're just joining, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Super chat goal is 1 super chat today. You can click on the target that says 0 out of 1. Fill that out. Again, preferably just 1 super chat for today. But yeah, Ekeler was going to be good in space for us this year. Yeah. So that's what I think. I mean, I think Ekeler it's just huge losing him, but we're just gonna have to deal with it. I think my biggest question after Thursday night and the loss and what took place on Thursday was how does this team bounce back? How does this team find a way to bounce back and get out of the injuries, the loss that was taken on Thursday night? How do we escape that? How do we escape that? That's my biggest question. How does Jaden Daniels come back, lead this team, put the team on his back, and now try to make a push for the playoffs? Right? Now try to make a push for, again, 12 wins, 13 wins this year. How does this team do that? That's my question. That's the question I have. So we'll see, but that's the question I have. How does the team bounce back, get back, and focus on victory? The team has to play better. I agree. I agree. I think the team has to play better. We came out sloppy on Thursday. We never recovered from it, but the team has to play better. I thought the team should have practiced with pads more in the summer because you saw it. And I was preaching it early on. I preached it in training camp. I said the team is not practicing enough days with pads, and it showed. It showed that we did not practice enough days with pads. Maybe I'm crazy for that, but it showed. It showed. So put on the pads and practice this week. Go out there, hit each other, get our bodies used to hitting and getting ramped up for the Raiders. But if you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button on the stream. If you're in here and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Super chat goal is 1 super chat for today. Austin Ekeler is out for the remainder of the 2025 season as he has torn his Achilles. He's out for the remainder of the 2025 season. We're not going to see Ekeler probably as a Commander ever again. I think the coaches need to lead the team better and call better plays. I agree. The coaches were not good on Thursday night. The coaches were not good on Thursday night. The players were not good on Thursday night. And so there was just everything went wrong. The receivers need to get more separation on their routes. They do. And again, this is why I wanted to sign another wide receiver before the season. But I think wide receiver in the near future is a big, big need. That is a big need, wide receiver for the future. Is the edge rusher depth a concern? Yes. With Wise out now, with Dietrich Wise being out for the season, the edge rusher depth on this football team is a concern to me. I think we should, I said this in my video yesterday, I think we should go out there and sign Jadeveon Clowney. I think bring Jadeveon Clowney to the Commanders. That's what I think. Give me Jadeveon Clowney. I think that his services would be well needed here in Washington. I think we should bring him to the Commanders. So Noah still looks hurt to me. He is. He's been hurt all offseason. He was hurt last week. He was hurt this week. And he got hurt in the middle of the game on Thursday. And he did not return to the game on Thursday. So he is hurt. He is hurt. But this dude, this dude is the most injury-prone player I've ever seen. Like, he is the most injury-prone player I've ever seen. It is so annoying. It is so annoying. Make sure y'all smash the subscribe button if you have not subscribed to the channel yet. Hit the like button on the stream. Super chat goal is 1 for today. Connor writes, so annoying. It is annoying. It's annoying to have, guys get hurt all the time. Noah Brown he's not reliable. It's very, very annoying that Noah Brown gets hurt. Literally, it seems like every game Noah Brown's dealing with something. He's always on the injury report. He's always on the injury report. Literally always. So it sucks to see that. It sucks to see that. He's always on the injury report. So, do you think we could bring up Ja'Cory Brooks from the practice squad? We could. I think that would actually be a good move because Ja'Cory Brooks brings size, and he's a talented wide receiver. So, bring up Ja'Cory Brooks, and I think we'd be fine. I think we need to have a better pass rush if we want to beat these better teams. Jordan Love played his worst football when we got pressure. Yeah, we just couldn't get pressure. The defensive line did not get pressure on Thursday night. And you saw the effects of pressure. You saw effects of pressure in the Packers game because the Packers got pressure on Jaden Daniels, and he couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything. So, how impressed are you in tight end? Does that say tight end? I don't know. I'm impressed with the tight end room. I'm impressed with Zach Ertz. As far as Ben Sinnott, he hasn't done anything yet. How impressed are you with Deebo Samuel so far? I'm very, very impressed. We only traded a 5th round pick. We only traded a 5th round pick for Deebo Samuel. He has 2 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks of the season. Right? He has a ton of receiving yards. He's doing better than Terry. He's doing better than Terry. Witt waited too late to blitz. He did. And ultimately, the biggest problem for me was Witt was outcoached. Witt was taken to the woodshed by Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur took Joe Witt Jr. to the woodshed, and he just shut him up. He just didn't let him do anything. He took him to the woodshed. So, yeah, Joe Witt Jr. was terrible on Thursday night. Terrible. So, but here's the news. Again, NFL confirms running back Austin Ekeler suffered a torn Achilles injury. And then here is Ian Rappaport confirming Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is the starting running back. Appreciate you, Santiago. Again, goal is 1 super chat for today. Where's Ben Sinnott? I feel like we've barely seen him since we drafted him. He's supposed to be our next tight end after Ertz hangs it up. Again, that's what I said. I said that this whole offseason, I said, we need Ben Sinnott to show up this year. We need Ben Sinnott to show up this year. And he hasn't so far. I mean, he had 1 catch in Thursday night's game, nothing in Sunday's game. So we need him to show up this year, for sure. We need him to show up this year. We need him to be good this year, but he hasn't. So we are staring down at drafting a tight end next year. And you would love Ben Sinnott the guy we drafted at pick 52 in the NFL draft last year. You would love him to show up, but we're staring down drafting a tight end next draft. I think Cliff Kingsbury is overrated. I don't think he's overrated, but he wasn't great, right? He wasn't great. Tramos was definitely a steal. Oh, he was a steal, right? We got him at 61 because of a back injury. He's a steal. He's a dog. How much playing time is Sinnott getting? I don't see him on the field much, like, to be honest. I think he's on special teams. He does some of that. He barely gets any snaps with the offense, so not much. But still, he's not effective when he's in the game. I think Ertz is back next year. That's close because he's 35 he's going to be 35 years old next year. That's the reality of it. He's going to be 35 years old next year. If there's no injuries and we almost make it, I think if we almost make it to the Super Bowl again this year, I think Ertz will want to stay because Ertz wants to win a Super Bowl with Jaden Daniels. He said Jaden Daniels is the one keeping me here. So yeah, I think that he might. But we got 27 people in here. Let's get up to 27 likes on the stream. If you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button. If you're in here and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You will not regret it. Super chat goal is 1 super chat for today. We're trying to reach 1 super chat for today, and that is it. That's it. 1 super chat for today is what we're trying to reach. So somebody knock that goal out of the way if you could. But we are just discussing the Austin Ekeler news is official this Saturday morning that he will be out for the remainder of the 2025 season. And now Bill is your starting running back for the Washington Commanders starting next week against the Raiders. So it would be nice to go high on a tight end next year and cut our losses with Sinnott. See, the only thing, like, if Sinnott was picked as a 6th round pick, if Ben Sinnott was a 6th round pick, I'd be totally fine with that. And I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, get him out of here. We don't need him. We don't need Ben Sinnott. But he's not a 6th round pick. He was picked in the 2nd round last year. So I feel like we should give him a shot, right? Something to watch is the Jaden Daniels injury. I made a video about that this morning. Yep, I made a video about that this morning. The Jaden Daniels injury news. You have to watch that. You have to watch that. All right? Just keep your eyes on that because very well could be a big deal. He got an MRI yesterday. So, again, as I sit here and I think about Thursday night and kind of what took place on Thursday night, it's not necessarily the loss that I'm so mad and upset about. It's the injuries that I'm upset about. We got so many injuries. But you think Donovan Edwards gets brought up? Great catching back. Not yet. I think they're going to give it a week. I think if the running back room is putrid on Sunday versus the Raiders, I think if they are putrid on Sunday versus the Raiders, then they'll decide to bring Edwards up, see what he's got, because he has experience before. So, yeah, if the running back room looks terrible next week, then that's what they'll do. But not right now. I don't think right now. I think they'll give this running back room a chance still. And we'll see what they do, right? We'll see what they do this year. So we'll see. But I think they leave the running back room for right now, and they give them a chance. So I think if Sinnott doesn't produce this year or next year, I think we're definitely going to need a tight end in the draft. Yeah, I think we're staring at drafting a tight end in the next year's draft. If Sinnott continues to look the way that he's looked, because Sinnott has looked terrible so far. So he's looked terrible so far, for sure. He's not been good so far. We don't really have, it just seems like we don't have guys that can get it done at the tight end position. We don't. So they have not been able to get it done at the tight end position so far this year. And they just haven't been good. So they have not been good. But back to the running back position. Again, Austin Ekeler is done for the 2025 season. And Bill is now your running back 1. So I think this offensive line needs Sam Cosmi because this offensive line looks totally different when he's on the field. Yeah, they do. Sam Cosmi is, and that's a great point. You know what? That's a great point. Shout out to you for that point, because a lot of us forget that on Thursday night, we didn't have Sam Cosmi. We didn't have our fully healthy starting offensive line. We didn't. A lot of people forget that. So I definitely agree with you. When we get Sam Cosmi back, we're going to be better. We're going to be better. And maybe the run game will be better when we get Sam Cosmi back. So you're right about that. That's a great point. The offensive line certainly will be better when we get Sam Cosmi back. So I'm excited for that day. Whenever that day comes, it's going to be a very exciting day because we need Sam Cosmi. We need Sam Cosmi to be back, right? So I hope that this team I was hoping week 3 would be when Sam Cosmi comes back, but it's going to be like week 4 or 5 probably. And then we'll get Sam Cosmi back. But, we're not getting back Austin Ekeler. Austin Ekeler's done for the year. So if any of you are speculating on that, he's done for the year. He's not coming back. And we now have to just sit here and think about how Ekeler's never going to come back. And he's probably never going to play football for the Washington Commanders again. But if someone in here could send a super chat, again, click the 0 out of 1 target at the top of the chat. It says 0 out of 1. Click that and fill that out. That'd be greatly appreciated if someone could send a super chat. But we need a big win on Sunday. Some type of boost will get this team going. I believe they will be really prepared. We just got to see it. Yeah. When we play the Raiders, get a big win, crush the Raiders. I think that brings the momentum back. You were right about Noah Brown. He's good when healthy, but he's never healthy. Literally wouldn't be bad to bring up a wide receiver, but it would be good to maybe bring a vet wide receiver like Crowder. Crowder is still available. Crowder's still available. So they could do that. I was thinking, I was looking at the available wide receivers. They could do that. But again, my number one choice for them at wide receiver would to be bring in Kendrick Bourne, but Kendrick Bourne already signed with the 49ers. So it sucks. It sucks. And Zacchaeus is with the Bears, so you can't do anything with Zacchaeus. But I would have loved it for this team to sign Kendrick Bourne just because I knew that Noah Brown would be out. I knew that Noah Brown at some point this year was not going to play, was not going to be healthy, and it turned out to be week 2. So, and he almost didn't play week 1. So we need another guy in the wide receiver room. He's just not good enough. He just can't stay healthy. That's the fact of the matter. He just can't stay healthy. So when you have guys that can't stay healthy, you got to find replacements for him. And it's time to find replacements for Noah Brown. Love your services. Love what you did with the team. But, Crowder is very reliable. He ain't going to drop the ball. And last year he came in. And he gave us productive numbers. In the Eagles game last year when we beat the Eagles at home, he had 2 touchdowns that game. He had the game-winning touchdown, so he was reliable. Marshawn Lattimore has looked terrible and doesn't look like the guy we expected to be as the cornerback 1. For sure. You're right. He looks terrible. I'm so done and I'm tired of watching Marshawn Lattimore. I'm done. I'm done with Marshawn Lattimore. We gave him all the chances that we could give him, and he didn't show up. He never showed up. We gave him all the chances possible. He never showed up. End of the story. So if anyone in here is not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have not liked the stream, make sure you like the stream. Super chat goal is 1 super chat. So if any 23 of you in here right now are able to send a super chat, that'd be greatly appreciated to reach that goal today. Crowder's reliable, but he's only 5'8". Exactly. And you know what Noah Brown brings to the room? Size. Is size. So one of the reasons I wanted Kendrick Bourne, size. He's 6'2". You know who the tallest guy other than Noah Brown is? Luke McCaffrey. And Luke McCaffrey sucks. I need size in the wide receiver room. So bring in Kendrick Bourne, and he gives you that size. And he gives you that reliability. But no, the 49ers, signed him. Shout out to them. They got on it first. So if you did sign Crowder, he's just not reliable. He's not a reliable guy. So that's the only problem with bringing in Crowder. Other than that, he's fast. He's a good player, but he's just not reliable. So not reliable. So when you look at it, it's not great, right? It's not great. Not reliable. We could trade for a wide receiver like Kendrick Bourne. No, we're not going to trade for him. We're not going to trade. If we're going to trade for a wide receiver, it's going to be a big splash move. It's not going to be, Kendrick Bourne, because Kendrick Bourne does not want to come to Washington, right? He does not want to come to Washington. He chose the 49ers over us. He chose the 49ers over us. So he does not want to come to Washington. He's not want to be in Washington. And so it's really just us wanting Bourne. Bourne does not want us. And I don't know why he wouldn't want to come with and play with Jaden Daniels, but that's up to him. Crowder could also mentor Jalen Lane. That's true. Who needs to step up to make life a lot easier for Jaden Daniels other than Deebo Samuel? Terry McLaurin. And again, this ties in to Austin Ekeler being out for the year. One of our running backs has to step up, and one of our wide receivers, Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin and a running back. That's what we need, a running back to step up, make life easier on Jaden Daniels. So who's going to be the guy? Because Ekeler wasn't even that guy. Ekeler wasn't that guy, but Ekeler could spark the game up. But we need a guy to make at the running back position to make life easier for Jaden Daniels. We do. Bill, you see all these quarterbacks. You see Jordan Love. Jordan Love's life is a lot easier with a running back in Josh Jacobs that can get you 5 yards on first down. Lamar Jackson's life is a lot easier because he has Derrick Henry to get him 6 yards on first down. Jared Goff's life is a lot easier because he has Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery to get him 6 yards on first down. So we need a guy in the running back room to step up. That's what we need the most. I can't have Jaden being the leading rusher on the team this year. I'm not going to sit here and do it this year. We're not going to have Jaden as our leading rusher this year. Okay? So we need a running back to step up. Now that Ekeler's out, we need someone to step up. Who's it going to be? Who's going to step in and show out? Who's going to show out? All right, who's going to be that guy? Who's going to come in here and say, I'm going to take over, I'm going to be the leading rusher, and hopefully this is Bill. Or maybe it's C-Rod. Maybe C-Rod does that. But who's going to be the guy? Right? Who's going to be the guy to come in here and make a difference like that? We need a running back to come in here and do that. So exactly half the top quarterbacks in the league, they have a guy in the backfield to take pressure off the quarterback, and we just don't have that yet. I agree. That's I think I was cooking. With that because that's what we don't have. We don't have it. I believe Bill will do that eventually, hopefully. And I said Bill is one of those guys that he runs as hard as possible every single time. And so that's why I think he can be a great player. I think Bill could be that for JD5. I hope so in the future. He's a 7th round pick. The only thing that scares me is he's a 7th round pick. There's a lot of hype around him. But at the same time, he was rookie of the week last week. So, it was just this week pretty much. So, on Thursday night, I did not see a lot of no huddle, and that was a bit concerning and very odd. There wasn't a lot of that. Yeah, there definitely was not a lot of that. It was very interesting. I don't know why there wasn't. I don't know what the game plan was for the Packers. Whatever the game plan was for the Packers from Cliff Kingsbury, it wasn't good. So maybe there needed to be more no huddle, right? Maybe there needed to be more than that. I don't know. Maybe there needed to be more than that. But Ekeler done for the season. Bill's your starting running back. That's who it is. Bill is your starting running back. So hopefully he comes in here Sunday against the Raiders, and he absolutely shows out. Crazy thing about Bill is he didn't get to play his last year of college at Arizona because he didn't have any years of eligibility left. Yeah, and also the thing about that is Bill doesn't have a lot of tread on the tires. Bill does not have a lot of tread on the tires. So the thing with Bill is he can play long in the NFL because he doesn't have tread on the tires. His last year at college, he only played one game. So I think that actually benefits the Commanders because he has more juice and energy than everybody else, that's just coming into the league. So he only played one game last year, but he also is not, that used to game speed. But if you're just joining and you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Super chat goal is 1. Super chat goal is 1 for today. We are trying to reach that goal. So we are trying to reach 1 super chat this afternoon, as we just got the news that Austin Ekeler is done for the season. He's done for the season. So it's not good, but it's eye-opening. And so we're going to have somebody else. We're going to have somebody else come in here and do the dirty work at running back and block and catch the ball out of the backfield and just be a solid player. So going to have a guy to do that. I don't know who it's going to be, but maybe it's Bill. Maybe Bill comes in here and maybe Bill is just flashes right off the bat. Maybe he does that. But he was the rookie of the week last week. So certainly, I just thought he would duplicate his success. I thought that Bill would come into Thursday night's game and I thought he would duplicate his success that he had on Sunday, but he did not do that. He did not do that. That's for sure. He did not do that. So I thought that he would, but no, he didn't. So we'll see where he takes this thing, though. I have confidence in Bill. I have confidence in C-Rod. I have confidence in the running backs, but we're going to have to see him show out. We're going to have to see these running backs show out. So how are we feeling on this Saturday, though? Dietrich Wise out for the season. Ekeler out for the season. How are we feeling on this Saturday? Because I know a lot of people were mad on Thursday night. I myself was mad on Thursday night, but we're kind of bouncing back from that. We're a few days removed from Thursday night's game, and so we're bouncing back, and we are just trying to come out there and beat the Raiders next Sunday. Like, I want to kill the Raiders on Sunday. That's what I want to do. The defense needs to step up because they didn't look fast or physical. Yeah, I thought the defense would come out there and play better. I thought the defense would come out there, get after Jordan Love, but they didn't. The defense was not physical enough, and the defensive plan overall was not good enough on Thursday's game. So, yeah, for sure. I definitely see where you're coming from there. They were not physical enough, and you saw the Packers defense. You saw what a real defense looked like. Our defense was not close to that. On Thursday night. They were not good enough. So we need them to step up and be better overall. So, yeah, they got to be better as a group. They definitely have to be better as a group. But Austin Ekeler, again, we are reviewing the news that Austin Ekeler has been named out for the season. So Austin Ekeler's out for the season. He's done. And we just have to see how this shakes out. Because we have a lot of young guys in the running back room. We have a lot of veterans in the running back room. Who's the guy that's going to step up? Because I believe Jaden needs a guy to step up. And be better. So lead the team in rushing as well. That's what I think. So we're going to have to find someone that can do that. I don't think the Commanders make any moves at running back, but I think this is a place of concern for right now. So gonna have to find someone that can do that. So again, if any 24 of you in here can send a super chat, that'd be greatly appreciated. The goal is still in the chat. It says 0 out of 1. It has a target on it. If you could click that and fill out the super chat goal, that would be immensely appreciated. I'll put it up on the screen if you could do that. Also, smash the like button if you have not done so. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Commanders got the breaking news that Austin Ekeler's out for the season this year. And he tore his Achilles in Thursday night's game. It was a rough night for the Commanders. And on top of the rough night, we had to deal with Ekeler being out. So Ekeler being ruled out for the year. We also had to deal with Dietrich Wise being ruled out for the year. So it definitely sucked. Thursday night sucked. Thursday night sucked for sure. Thursday night was rough because of all the injuries that took place. A lot of injuries took place. So hopefully the Raiders game is not like that. Hopefully the Raiders game is not like that because it was ugly. It was ugly. But I'm going to try to get the general consensus of what the fans think about Ekeler in a second here. If this performance from Marshawn Lattimore continues, would you consider bringing another corner in? Is anyone else out there like good? Like, is anyone else as a free agent out there? Are they good? Like, are they going to be better than the services of Marshawn Lattimore? So I don't know. I'd have to look at the free agent sheet. I wouldn't trade for anyone, but I'd have to look at the free agency sheet real quick. So that would kind of determine my stance on this if we should. But Ekeler's certainly been terrible. He's certainly been terrible. So I think this is I think Ekeler being out though, it's a big opportunity for C-Rod. Make sure you smash the like button if you're just joining. If you're in here and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. You will not regret it. We got the breaking news that Austin Ekeler is not going to return to the Commanders in 2025. And we're not going to see another snap of him. So definitely sucks, but it's a part of the game. See, it's a part of the game. You take losses. You took a loss on Thursday night. Now you have to bounce back, and you were not ready to play. You were not ready to play on Thursday night. And the Packers outclassed you, outplayed you, they outperformed you. And so you have to come back out and be ready to go. You have to come back out and be ready to go. So going to have to fight through it. But prayers up to Eck. Prayers up to Eck. Hopefully he's all right. And he's done for the year. I mean, I just remember Ekeler last year was just such a vital part of the run game last year, and it just sucks that we're not going to have him. It sucks that we're not going to have him. So it really does. Was Bill hurt? He was out before Austin got hurt. No, Bill was not hurt. Bill is fine. You would have gotten a report on Bill from me if Bill was hurt, but no, Bill is fine. Bill's good. They didn't. And the fact that you're asking if Bill was hurt, that just proves my point that they did not run Bill enough on Thursday night. No, Bill was not hurt. Bill was not hurt on Thursday night. They did not run the ball with him enough. They didn't. So it sucked. It sucked, but they gave him 4 carries on Thursday night? Like something like that. I think the team gave him 4 carries on Thursday night. So it's just bad. It's just bad coaching. I thought they should have given him more carries on Thursday night, but they didn't. They didn't. And so now you have to deal with the effects of that and the fans, saying that stuff. Right. I thought we should have given him way more carries on Thursday night. He deserved more carries because he wasn't all that bad. Like he wasn't half bad when he was in the game on Thursday night. But Ekeler was not, most of the time he was just getting stuffed at the line. I thought Bill was not getting stuffed at the line. But if you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button. If you're just joining, if you're in here and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Definitely a rough game on Thursday night. We have to deal with the effects of Thursday night's game in the sense that Austin Ekeler's out for the year and Wise is also out for the year. So a lot of injuries on Thursday night, a lot of things we have to deal with, but a lot of things we have to deal with from Thursday night. It was just not a good game. A lot of injuries. Ekeler was the biggest injury though from Thursday. So I believe in C-Rod and Bill. I do too. And I think C-Rod can do a lot of things that B-Rob can do. So I do too. Going to be a long week, very long week, very long week. I'll try to get y'all through the week, though. I'll try to get y'all through the week by, you know, by telling you that it's bounce back week. We're going to bounce back. So I'll try to get y'all through the week, but I don't know. It's for certain it's going to be a long week. It's going to be a really hard, long week after losing on Thursday Night Football. A lot of people calling us frauds. A lot of people talking about a JD5 sophomore slump. So we're going to have to fight through that all freaking week. So that sucks, but it's what you got to deal with, man. Jaden was not ready on Thursday night. Jaden was not prepared Thursday night. Jaden was not ready on Thursday night. So that's what we have to deal with. I hope the Eagles lose to the Chiefs. They can be 1-1 with us. But so here's the thing about that. Like, I think that, do you really see the Eagles going, or the Chiefs going 0-2? When's the last time the Chiefs have gone 0-2? I can't even remember. So I just don't think the Chiefs are going to go 0-2, which gives me hope that they beat the Eagles on Sunday. It gives me hope that they beat the Eagles on Sunday. So because I just don't see the Chiefs going 0-2. I don't see it. So hopefully they beat the Eagles. But if they don't, we're down a game already in the division. So yeah, would love for the Eagles to be beat on Sunday. Would love the Eagles to be beat on Sunday, for sure. Then we'd both be 1-1. And we still have to play the Chiefs. That's the thing that sucks, is we still have to play the Chiefs. So still going to have to deal with the Chiefs. But if the Eagles can lose to the Chiefs, that'd be a big help for us. And we would both be 1-1 in the division. Both be 1-1 in the division, and it'd be very helpful, successful for the Commanders. So I love that. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know that. I don't know. The Eagles might come out ready to go. The Eagles might say, we're going to kick y'all again. We're going to beat y'all again. So I just hope the Commanders bounce back this Sunday and they come through and they find a way to win without Austin Ekeler, without Dietrich Wise, without two of their biggest leaders. In Ekeler, you lose a good pass blocker, a good pass catcher, a good running back, and you just lose a lot of things. You lose a good leader. So it sucks, but that's the way it goes. That's the way football works. You lose players. I was thinking maybe we should take Jaden out of the Raiders game and bring Mariota in. That might be an option. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Would we really? Because I think the Raiders are a good team. I think the Raiders are a good team. So why would we, risk even, losing that game? I don't know. But maybe they try something like that, right? I just don't see that happening, really. I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would put Mariota in until they have to put him in. So, yeah, I don't really see that happening. But if any 17 of you in here could send a super chat, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Click the 0 out of 1 target button at the top of the chat. Click that, hit continue, send a super chat, and that'd be greatly appreciated. The biggest thing they need to do versus the Raiders is to get off to a fast start. I think so too. We did not get off to a fast start versus the Giants, versus the Packers. So I think that is a big thing. I think that we need to get off to a fast start. So, and I think they will. I think they'll get better throughout the season, in these games. But yeah, they need to get off to a faster start and do better. Quite frankly, do better in the start of the games. They were not ready for the Packers. The Packers were up, 14-0, 14-3, something like that. So yeah, they didn't get off to a fast start then, and that's the cost and repercussions of it. We will need 5 against the Raiders. Their strengths are our weaknesses. They have an elite tight end. Yeah, oh boy. Oh, they do have an elite tight end. Yeah. And they have an elite pass rusher going up against our rookie, and they have speed at wide receiver and cornerback. They do. Yeah, they have a tight end in Brock Bowers that we can't cover a tight end to save our lives. Like, what was his name? Shoot. Tucker Kraft. He had 6 receptions for 124 yards on Thursday night. We cannot cover him. So we're gonna have to cover Brock Bowers. We're gonna really have to cover Brock Bowers. I mean, really well. And they also have Mayer in there. They also have, I think his name's Mayer, Michael Mayer or something. We're gonna have to cover him. We're gonna have to cover Mayer because we can't let those 2 tight ends get after us next Sunday. So that's definitely a weakness for us. They also do have an elite pass rusher in Max Crosby. Max Crosby is one of the best in the league at his position. So we are going to have to stop him. Connerly's going to have to show up. Like, I hate to say it, but Connerly's going to have to be better. Connerly's going to have to show up. Connerly's going to have to show up. But yeah, you're right. Give Matt Gay one more chance. If he's still missing kicks, get another kicker. If he would have not missed those field goals against the Packers, we would have went in to overtime or won. Yeah, I mean, he was, and I think that the team, they're going to give Matt Gay a lot of chances. The team's going to give Matt Gay a lot of chances because they're the one who gave Matt Gay the most guaranteed money for a kicker of all time. They're the one that gave Matt Gay the most money for a kicker of all time. So they're going to give Matt Gay a chance. They're going to give Matt Gay a chance. And again, if he comes out there versus the Raiders and he misses a bunch of kicks, like, they're going to do something with him. But I think they're going to give him one more chance. And I think the Raiders game is his final chance with the team. If he stinks it up on Sunday versus the Raiders, then yeah, that's going to be the end of him. But Santiago writes, Matt Gay has to go. Yeah, I agree. They're going to, I mean, I was the guy that was originally against drafting a kicker, but looks like we should have just drafted a kicker because I think the Patriots drafted a kicker and he's working out just fine. He's working out just fine. So, yeah, I was originally against that, but hopefully Matt Gay gets into a groove and starts knocking these kicks down when we need it. But yeah, so. But yeah, you said Matt Gay has to go. So I agree. I think I agree. I think that, and they should have not. They shouldn't have paid him that much money to begin with. He shouldn't have had that much money paid out to him to begin with. So, what's going on, Santiago? Though, goal is 1 super chat for today. So if you could do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. Announcers even mentioned it before the break. Did they mention Matt Gay? Because I was streaming the game, so I couldn't really hear much. But I don't know. I don't know if they announced it. I don't know. They should have brought in competition and kicker. I thought so. I thought, like, after you watched him in the preseason, after you watched Matt Gay, I thought it showed you that you needed competition. But they never brought it in because, again, they paid him the most guaranteed money all time for a kicker in the history of the league. So they wanted to be confident in him, show him that they wanted him there. But yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Super chat goal is 1. So, but yeah, that's what started it. It was their own decisions. Their own decisions. It was their fault. It was their fault. So but we originally gathered to talk about Austin Ekeler. So all I was gonna do is super chat, but it won't let me send it. Why? Why not? I wonder why. What's it like? What's it saying? I think it did that last week to you or something, because that's what you said. But then you like eventually sent one, so that you eventually sent one. So but appreciate you for trying. Okay, Mark David. Thank you for the super chat, man. We hit the goal. We hit the goal of one super chat. I try to get like at least one. It says you can't. Maybe I'll start like a new goal or something in the chat, and maybe you can try then. But appreciate you, Mark David, for the $2. Appreciate you for your generosity. Thank you for showing up today. I mentioned the punt that hit Golden's leg. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. That's they did. No, they did mention that though. Um, but yeah, you think Matt Gay? What'd you say about Matt Gay? Or no, Mark David didn't say anything about Matt Gay, but appreciate you for the super chat, man. Thank you. Says I can't send it. I'll start a new goal in the chat. I'll start a new goal in the chat. See if that works for you. Yeah, I'll see if that works. So Santiago, let me see real quick if I can do that. Maybe like click the money sign in the lower right corner of the stream, and maybe that'll let you do it. If not, it's fine. But if you just click that, maybe that'll let you do it. The money sign in the right bottom corner. There's rumors going around that AJ Brown is getting traded, but hardly doubt that happens. Highly unlikely. I don't think he's getting traded. No, I don't think he's getting traded. Because like at the end of the day, why would the Eagles do that? Why would the Eagles trade AJ Brown? He's a really solid piece. He gets 1,000 yards every year. Like I just don't see them doing that. But we'll see. I mean, Howie Roseman is the most aggressive guy ever. Like he is the most aggressive GM ever. Okay, so he is definitely crazy. Um okay, there we go. There we go. Santiago Bond. Appreciate you for all the love and support. I really do appreciate you. You are the GOAT. You and Mark are the GOATs of the stream today. So you and Mark are the GOATs of the stream today. Appreciate you for the super chat, the $5. Really appreciate you for your generosity. You truly keep this channel going. So you keep the channel going. Appreciate you. He writes, "Hails to the Commanders. Let's go." Super chat or sorry, didn't mean to say that. The season. That's what I was gonna go down. I was gonna go down that road. The season is not done. We took an L Thursday. It is what it is. We'll be back. Also, just say that Brock Bowers is questionable right now. He might not even play. Oh, dude, if he doesn't play, we're good. Okay, it worked. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Thank you for trying to get it to work. Thank you for trying to get it to work, and I really appreciate you for your generosity. You and Mark are the goats of the stream today, so appreciate y'all for that. Appreciate y'all for that. But any last thoughts on Austin Ekeler? Does anybody have any more thoughts on Austin Ekeler being out for the season? Because that's why I did make this stream. Anybody have thoughts on Austin Ekeler and his MRI, the ACL tear that he underwent? Does anybody have any more thoughts on that? Because I hate hearing it, but it's the way it goes sometimes. It's the way it goes sometimes, and unfortunately, we have to deal with it. So. Sad to see Ekeler out. He's probably played his last game as a Washington Commander. Lil C. White writes, I think his career is likely over. Yeah. Sadly, I think his career is over. And because again, next year he'll be 31. So nobody's gonna go out there and sign a guy that's 31 that has dealt with the ACL injury that he's now dealing with. So maybe call Felton up. Oh, Austin will retire. You bring up that's really smart thinking. I didn't think of that, Mark. I didn't think of that. We could call Felton up. Yeah, that's actually a really good point. So we could call Felton up. I would love that. Because Felton is a guy that he's had a bunch of rushing yards in a single season for the Browns. He's done it before in the league. So actually, that is a great point. That I forgot. Like I forgot that they even had him on the practice squad. They kept him though. So I think we will miss Austin, and we will. We will miss Austin the whole season. He did a lot for this team, but he's gone now, and we can't really do anything about it. So it sucks, But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So, it definitely sucks though. Um, we will miss Austin Eckler. We will. We'll miss Austin Eckler. Um, it's not definitely not a good thing to see, especially for his age. But it's Bill season. It's Bill mania season. It is Bill time in DC. So if Bill can just get more rushing yards than Jaden Daniels, I think it's a success. I think it's a success if he can get more rushing yards than Jaden. If you're just joining, make sure you smash the like button on the stream. Hit the subscribe button on the channel as well. We all know that they're going to elevate C-Rod or Donovan Edwards. They'll elevate C-Rod, yeah. So the Raiders against the Raiders next Sunday, they're going to elevate C-Rod. They're not going to elevate Donovan Edwards just yet. They're not going to do that. But if they struggle against the Raiders, feel like they need some extra help, they might elevate Donovan Edwards. But I don't think they're going to do that just yet. I don't think, because he's the guy. He brings a lot of juice to the practice squad. He does. He brings a lot of juice to the practice squad. So I definitely like having Donovan Edwards down there. He's a guy that we can go to. He has experience in the league. And he's overall just a good player. So he definitely brings juice to the practice squad. I like what he's able to bring. I like what he's able to bring. So if we would make it to the Super Bowl, would you think Ekeler would play to end his career? So it's that, because you're making me think here, because he can't recover from an ACL injury that fast, right? You can't recover from an ACL injury that fast, I don't think. So if I don't think what guys don't do is if he's planning to move forward in the future, which you don't think he is, you said to play to end his career, he might, but he wouldn't risk a further injury with that ACL injury. I think he would still sit out, sadly. But if we made it to the Super Bowl, I still don't think he would play, sadly. But that would certainly be a thing to watch. But I don't know if you can even recover that fast. Like Sam Cosmi did really recover that fast. So I don't know, but I don't think so. To answer your question, I don't think so. But if you're in here and you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. You won't be disappointed. Hit the like button on the stream as well. Thank you all for joining me today. We got the news that Austin Ekeler is done for the year. We got the news that Bill is the starting running back. I don't know how, Dan Quinn did not speak to the media today. He's not speaking tomorrow. He didn't speak to the media on Friday. The earliest we can hear from Dan Quinn is Monday. So I don't know how Ian Rappaport knows that Bill's the starting running back, but he has sources. So he has sources. So they told him that probably. That's probably how he got the information. Also, the other big news is Jaden Daniels. We heard that. What do y'all think about Jaden Daniels? What do you guys think about Jaden Daniels? Is that something you would worry about? Is Jaden Daniels something you think we should worry about? I personally think we should worry about it because I think Dan Quinn, Jaden Daniels, they like to underplay things. Is Jaden Daniels' MRI on his knee a concern? Is that a concern? Because I think it is. But it may be concerning. I think it is because I think Jaden and Dan Quinn, they underplay things always. I think on Monday, Dan Quinn's going to say, oh, he's fine, right? We saw with the rib injury last year, he wasn't fine. It just got revealed this offseason that Jaden Daniels had a broken rib last year versus the Bears. And nobody told us that midseason. They love to underplay things. I'm concerned about the injury. Okay, I am. I think it's a little bit concerning. Yes, because he is limping. Yeah, exactly. If you guys know, I'm sure most of you know Grant Paulson. Grant Paulson said the other day, he said, Jaden Daniels after the game was limping really, really bad. He was limping really bad after the game. And Jaden's not going to come out of the game because he's just limping a little bit, right? Jaden's not going to come out of the game because that. So let me do something real quick. Um, Jaden's not going to come out of the game because of an injury, right? He doesn't want to. He never does. So I just, we don't really know the true severity of this injury. I just hope it's not a bad injury, right? Is this similar to JJ McCarthy's injury in the preseason last year? Because in the game he got injured, he was limping. No, so JJ McCarthy's injury was an Achilles, I believe it was an Achilles injury, and that he was out for the year. Jaden's injury it's probably like a minor knee injury. And if Jaden Daniels had done the same thing McCarthy did, he would have been down on the ground and we would have known, he's out for the season. But that's not the case. I don't think so. Jaden has a wrist and a knee. He's been inaccurate for his standards since week 1, and he got himself hurt looking back at Micah. It's time for him to lock in. No more laughing and joking with the ops. I like the, like I'm here thing, the laughing at your opponents and stuff. But at some point he has to lock in. And just, I don't like him talking to his opponents. Like, I like the competitor that he is, but I don't like him talking to his opponents. Like, I don't like him doing that. I just like him to be calm, throw the ball all over the defense, and just cook, right? That's what I like him to do. But he has been very inaccurate from week 1. I said, I'm tired of watching Jaden Daniels throw the ball, inaccurate. Like, what is going on? And hopefully, the earliest we get to hear from Dan Quinn is Monday. The Commanders are going to have practice on Monday. We're going to hear from Dan Quinn on Monday. We'll get the latest updates on Jaden Daniels. So I need to hear about Jaden Daniels on Monday. Media people, you need to ask about Jaden Daniels on Monday. I'm sure they know that. But that's going to do it for me today. I'm going to end it here. Austin Ekeler is done for the season with an Achilles injury. Probably his career is probably done. Bill Krosky Merritt is your new starting running back. I will catch y'all probably tomorrow with a new piece of content. The Commanders are off tomorrow. Took a tough loss on Thursday, but we bounce back and we're going to focus on the Raiders, and that's going to be bounce back week. So that's going to do it for me. You guys, make sure you hit the like button on the way out. If you have not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on the channel. That's going to do it for me. Hail to the Washington Commanders. As always, you guys have a good one. I'll catch you in the next one. And hail to the Washington Commanders as always.